Hi everyone and welcome to Yoga Compass. This lesson is going to be a 45-minute Vinyasa flow and we'll get started. Hope you enjoy. So we're going to start on the mat and we're going to start in child's pose. So finding your way to child's pose, opening up your knees and then bringing yourself back to your heels and then coming back down onto the floor. I'm just going to spend a moment here finding our breath, perhaps engaging in our Ujjayi breath, so that slight constriction in the back of the throat that enables us to make that sound of the ocean. And the Ujjayi breath is a fantastic way to find our focus, to reconnect to ourselves and the mat if our mind wanders, or to help us through a particularly hard or extended asana. Breathing through it using your Ujjayi is an amazing tool. Just stretch yourself out. Allow gravity to draw you down into the shape for a moment. And then bring yourself up slowly. Going to move into our tabletop and just finding that position in tabletop, remembering that you want to try and have yourself in a box. And from here we're going to connect with our Uddiyana Bandha and our Mula Bandha. So we want to draw in the pelvic floor for our Mula Bandha and pull our navel to our backbone for our Uddiyana Bandha and really find our connection with those bandhas. Make this an active pose where you're drawing those in, you're feeling your glutes, you're pushing away from the floor. Then we're going to take a cow. So we're going to inhale, pull the belly down, draw the shoulders through and bring our head up. And then cat, push away from the floor. Exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We're going to take a side cat. So we're going to inhale, drop our right elbow down and draw our head to our right knee. And then exhale back. Inhale, drop our left elbow down, draw our head to our left knee. And back. One more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to extend our right leg out. Perhaps just pulse for a moment to extend and stretch that hamstring. And then bringing our weight back over our hands. Our shoulders should be stacked over our wrists. Lifting our left hand up. Lift that leg up and we're going to crunch. Exhale. Inhale back out. Exhale. Inhale back out. Exhale. Inhale back out. And bring that down. Take that to the other side. Left leg extension, stretching, a bit of a pulse. And then back to center. Stacking our shoulders over our wrists. Bringing our right hand out. Extending that up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale back. And coming down. And then from here we're going to come back onto our heels. Some pressure on our toes. We're going to push up with our knees. So we're really putting a little bit of pressure on our toes there. Just finding every toe, giving it a little bit of movement. And then from here, we're going to push our hips up into the air and find our first downward dog. So paddle that out. Find some movement to start with. We want to draw our hips up, really extend. The bend in the knees helps you find the pose and draw up a little bit higher. Make sure that your head is dangling and you can look through your heels. And then perhaps drawing your heels down to finally find the stillness in the pose here. 2 breaths here. And then we're going to come forward into our plank. So again, in our plank, we want to make sure that we're drawing in those bandhas, pushing up from the floor. 2 breaths here. And then dropping our knees, crossing our feet over. We're going to take 3 half chaturangas. Exhale down. Inhale, push up. Exhale down. Inhale, push up. 1 more. Exhale down. Inhale, push up. And then finally, we're going to lower ourselves to the floor. Get ourselves settled here. Again, making sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders. We're going to inhale for baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down. And then here, pushing up with our hands under our shoulders, tucking our toes. We're going to come back into downward dog, either through tabletop or straight into our downward dog. 2 breaths here. And rising with our right leg, 3-legged dog. Bending the knee, opening that up wide, having a rotation in one direction, and then in the other direction. And then bring your weight forward over your wrists and step forward. Drop the knee and rise, Anjalayasana. So again, remember in our Anjalayasana, we want to make sure that our knee is stacked over our ankle, that our pelvis is still drawn forwards. We're not really arching into it today. We want to draw it forward. Have strong hands. Imagine you're holding something. Relaxed shoulders. 1 more breath here, rising a little bit higher. And then exhale for an open twist. Inhale back to the sky. Exhale for a closed twist. Inhale back to the sky. Exhale, open twist. Inhale back to the sky. Exhale, closed twist. Inhale back to the sky. Rise up high. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the toe, lift your hips up high. Bring that foot through. Downward dog. 2 breaths here. Really finding your dog now. Drawing up in the torso. Relaxing those knees, drawing your heels to the floor. And inhale, left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Give it some rotation. Do it the other way. And then moving your weight over your hands. Step forward. Drop the knee. Rise. Anjalayasana again. So remember on the other side, things often feel different. Check your points again. Make sure your hips are square and forward. Knee well balanced over your ankle. Hands are active. Shoulders are relaxed. 1 more breath here. Inhale, rise a little bit higher. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, back to the sky. Exhale, close twist. Inhale, back to the sky. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, back to the sky. Exhale, close twist. Inhale, back to our Anjalayasana. Rising a little bit higher. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift that hip up, lift your foot through. Downward dog. 2 breaths here. And bring your focus to the top of the mat. Hop, step, jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, through your mudra to your Tadasana. Now we're going to find our Tadasana, find that fantastic mountain pose, starting by lifting our heels off the floor. A bit of balance, draw yourself up. Really feel your connection with the earth through the floor. And coming down, lift your toes up, then place them consciously back to the floor and make that connection. Move through to your knees, make sure they have a micro bend. To your hips, make sure you're drawing your pelvis forward, drawing in that pelvis floor, pulling your navel to the backbone. Shoulder blades, shoulders are relaxed. Hands are forward, elbows are relaxed and not locked. And then imagine you have that little string that's drawing you through. You're standing very tall, very actively. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, bring your hands to the sky. Then grab your right wrist with your left hand and draw yourself over. And then coming back to center. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, draw yourself over. And then coming back to center. And then bring your hands around the back, clasping, drawing down, bring your chest out, draw your shoulder blades together, lift your chin up high to the sky. And then make sure that you still have a micro bend in those knees. We're going to fold forward, draw our arms down to really open up that chest, really activate those shoulders. And then coming back up. Finding our way to the top of the mat, and we'll flow for Vinyasa. So inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step, jump back, plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths here. Move your focus to the front of the mat. Hop, step, jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, to our mudra, to our Tadasana. Again, finding that active pose, connecting with breath. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise into chair. So finding our chair for the first time, we want to make sure that our knees are not blocking our view of our toes. If your knees are too far forward, you need to draw them back. We want to make sure that our hip is tilted forward. We're not arching our back, drawing our hips forward. Your hands can be in front of you at 45, or up higher, finding that pose in the inhale, perhaps lowering down a little bit more in the exhale. One more. And then forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat, right foot back. Drop the knee, Anjalayasana. So again, finding our strength in our Anjalayasana. This time bringing our hands to mudra, right elbow to left knee for a twist. Using your hands to draw yourself into that twist by pushing your hands against each other. And then inhale back to Anjalayasana. Then exhale, straighten the front leg, come forward, half split. Take this to as far as your body will let you. Perhaps find a block to give yourself support if you need. And then coming back up to our Anjalayasana. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lifting those hips, drawing that foot through. Downward dog. 2 breaths here. Drawing forward to plank. Chaturanga to the floor. Flip the feet. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. 2 breaths here. Step, hop, jump to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, through your mudra to your Tadasana. So let's take that to the other side. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise into our chair. Again, finding that position of chair. We've been here before now. We know the points to connect to. Inhale, find your pose. Exhale, lower down a little bit more. Inhale, find your pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Left foot back. Drop the knee. Anjalayasana. Finding our Anjalayasana on the other side. Thinking about the pose and the position. Drawing those hips forward. Finding those bandhas again. Relaxing the shoulders. Bring our hands to mudra. Left elbow to right knee. Twist. And again, using your hands to draw yourself a bit more fully into the twist. One more breath. And bring ourselves back to our Anjalayasana. Then exhale, extending that right leg, coming back, half split. Again, perhaps using a block if you need for support here. One more breath. Coming back to our Anjalayasana. Inhale, rise a bit high. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift the hip, bring that foot through. Downward dog. 2 breaths here. Really finding the pose. Bring your gaze to the front of the mat, finding plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, flip the feet, upward dog. Inhale, exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths here. Bring your gaze to the front of the mat. Hop, skip, or jump. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, through your mudra to your Tadasana. Again, finding that pose. Take a drink of water at this point if you need. Connecting with the body, connecting with the breath. And inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, right foot back. Low, high lunge. Place your right hand on the mat. Inhale, draw your left hand up high for the twist. And bring that back down. Rise, crescent lunge. Finding your crescent lunge here. Feeling the strength of the pose. Drawing your hips square to the front of the room. Making sure that your knees over your ankle. Hands are active, shoulders are relaxed. One more breath. And then inhale, rise a little bit higher. Exhale, twist on the back foot, blade edge to the edge of the mat. Warrior 2. So again, find the pose, draw in through those thighs. Drisky out over your front left finger. Imagine you're looking into the horizon. Shoulders are relaxed. Everything is active and drawn in. One more breath. On the next exhale, reach forward, flip the palm, sweep the ceiling and reverse your warrior. Keep that bend in the front leg. Drawing yourself down that extended right leg. One more breath. Exhale back to warrior. Come through side angle pose. Again, drawing up with that raised hand, staying active in the pose. One more breath. Exhale back, lose the bend in the knee. Reaching forward, Trikonasana. Drawing in through your pelvic floor here, really finding that flat reach from the raised hand. One more breath. Bend the knee again. Back to our warrior 2. And we're going to sweep our right hand through, take a big step to the top of the mat. Reach into the sky. Beautiful. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale through our mudra to Tadasana. Take 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, left foot back. Place that left hand securely on the ground. Inhale, the twist. Pushing up, feeling the strength in those legs. And exhale back to the mat and rise for your crescent lunge again. So finding the crescent lunge here, finding the activity of the pose. Making sure again that our knee is stacked over our ankle. Shoulders are relaxed, hands are active. Drawing the pelvis in so we're not arching our back. One more breath. And exhale, opening up, warrior two. So again in our warrior, we want to make sure that our rear foot, blade edge to the edge of the mat, that our knee is not going past our ankle. Active in the pose, draw in the glutes, pull in the thighs, feel those bandhas. One more breath. Exhale, flip the palms, paint the ceiling, reverse your warrior. Finding the pose again, drawing in on your strength. Cartwheeling back, side angle pose. Really finding the pose again. Use your Ujjayi breath. Coming back to our warrior. Lose the bend in the leg. Reaching forward. Trikonasana. 2 breaths here. Find that bend again. Get heavy in that front leg. We're going to do our hop to the front of the mat. Stretching up high. Inhale, fold forward. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale. Through our mudra to our Tadasana again. Beautiful work. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step, hop, jump, both feet back. Chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Bend the knee, draw your weight forward. Step to the front of the mat. Stepping your right foot to the left foot. Just behind your left foot, left hand. Downward dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, right leg up. Bending the knee. Draw your weight over your shoulders. Right foot to behind the left hand. We're going to drop down and find. Taking a moment here to find the pose. You may need a block to pop in and support underneath your hip. Taking our time. Being active, sitting up in the pose for a start. Feeling the extension and the stretch. 2 breaths here. And then bringing yourself down. Drawing yourself down a little bit lower. Again, finding a block. You may find a block to rest your head on. Two breaths here. Coming back up. Placing your hands with strength on the mat. Tucking the toe, lifting your hips up, bringing that foot back through to downward dog. Two breaths here. Inhale, left foot to the sky, bending the knee. Draw your weight over your shoulder blades, and then step your left foot behind your right hand, and then dropping down, and coming back up with that slight back lift. Two breaths here. You'll note that you're often stiffer or not as mobile on one side to the other. It's completely fine. Our bodies are asymmetrical. One more breath. And then coming back down. Again, perhaps use a block to rest your head on at any height. One more breath. And pushing yourself back up. And this time, we're going to roll over onto our bottoms, bring ourselves around, and find Dandasana. So remembering our Dandasana, it's like our Tadasana, it's an active pose. We're going to draw ourselves up, pull the hips, find the bundas, relaxing the shoulders, flexing the toes. One breath here. And inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Paschimottanasana. And again, remembering using gravity, we don't want to be yanking ourselves down into the pose. Try stretching out, reaching forward, and then exhale, let gravity take you down. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, let gravity take you down. One more breath here. Rolling ourselves up. Bringing our knees in, tippy toes to the mat. We find our boat or half boat. Again, this may be a position for you that you need today, but if you've got it in you, draw yourself up to half boat. Take 3 breaths here. Then tap it out. And then draw your legs in and give yourself a beautiful squeeze. And then bringing yourself back down. Keeping those legs bent, we're going to pull ourselves back down to the mat. And bringing our feet in so that we can tickle our heels. We're going to draw ourselves up into bridge. So again, take this bridge as far as you feel that you can. If you have a block and you don't feel confident with bridge, then you might like to use the block to give you a supported bridge. So as we inhale, we're going to draw our hips up. You might like just to place the block there. And then you can use that block to lift up and then come back down to lift up and then come back down. If you feel the strength in your back today is fantastic. And just drawing yourself into the bridge. Pull your shoulders back in, really pushing yourself up. You might like to cross your hands over underneath yourself if that works for you. I actually like just to keep my hands out. Another thing you might like to try and do is draw your knees in. It adds to the tension. One more breath here. And bring yourself slowly down to the mat. Bring your knees in one at a time. And then draw them in. Perhaps give yourself a little bit of a roll, massaging those inner organs, massaging the base of your back. And then releasing your left leg, bringing that down, taking your right leg, do a half happy baby. So you might like to hold your happy baby at your shin. If you can reach, you might like to hold and tuck your finger around your big toe, or take your whole hand and take it to the outside of your foot. So remembering our happy baby is a tension. We're drawing ourselves open and down with our knee, pushing up with our foot. And then on the other side, we're going to extend out. So we have extension on the left, all that tension and pressure on the right. 2 breaths here. And then bringing that back into a full happy baby. So drawing the other side, finding that pose, pulling down, pushing up. You might like to rock slightly from side to side if you can. And then releasing the left hand down. Extending out on the other side. So that was the right hand. Pushing and feeling the tension on the other side. Stretching. 2 breaths. And then coming back to our happy baby. Releasing that there. Placing your left foot on the ground. Crossing your right foot over. Just going to use some tension to push against our knee, just to open up and feel a bit of pressure here on the outside of our right hip. And then swapping that over to the other side. Just moving your hand down to the knee and pushing that out. And then bringing that down. And finding all your comforts for our last pose of the day, Shavasana. You might like to use a bolster under your calves just to lift your feet up off the ground. And then coming back and letting yourself relax completely in your Shavasana. Reconnect with the breath. With every inhale, find the pose, open yourself up, and then with the exhale, let yourself sink into the mat. Take a couple of minutes here in Shavasana. Start to reconnect with your breath again. Just taking note of your inhale and exhale. Feeling the tickle of the air as it flows through your nostrils. Bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. And rolling over onto your favorite side. Taking a moment here, reflecting on how your body feels now, the practice that we've just had. Take note of how you feel. Perhaps make a sankalpa, an intention, to come back to this feeling, this center, this now. Later in the day or in the week, when things feel hectic, a little bit out of control, find a moment to connect to breath and reconnect to this place, this time. Remind yourself that you can find this calm. And then slowly push yourself up into a seated position. Take a moment here, placing left hand on heart, right hand on left, bowing, and giving thanks. Thanks to you, an extraordinary and amazing human, for making the time, for giving yourself the opportunity to reflect inward and to be just with you in our practice. Give thanks to our shared practice, our shared community here. And give thanks to the wider world, an extraordinary and amazing place, full of opportunities and sometimes sadness. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.